Introduction: The Gnostic Problem. At the heart of Gnosticism lies a radical and unsettling claim. The world as we perceive it is not the true reality. What we experience through the senses matter: time, suffering, social order, even religious authorities, according to Gnostic thought. A distorted projection, a veil drawn over a deeper and forgotten truth. Gnosticism does not merely offer a religious belief system. It poses a profound philosophical challenge to the nature of existence, identity, and salvation. Rather than asking how humanity should behave, Gnosticism asks a far more dangerous question: what if the world itself is wrong? Who am I, truly? The first and most fundamental Gnostic question is not ethical but ontological. Who am I? To Gnostic thinkers, the human being is not identical with the body, nor even with the psychological self. The body is a vessel, a temporary form shaped by forces ignorant of true divinity. The mind, while powerful, often serves as a jailer rather than a liberator, reinforcing fear, desire, and obedience. At the core of the human being lies what Gnosticism calls the divine spark, a fragment of transcendent reality trapped within material existence. This spark does not originate in the physical cosmos but in the pleroma, the fullness of divine being beyond space and time. Human suffering, from this perspective, arises from forgetfulness. We do not suffer merely because we are mortal. We suffer because we have forgotten what we are. Identity in Gnostic thought is not constructed, it is remembered. Why does suffering exist? Traditional religions often justify suffering as punishment, trial, or moral consequence. Gnosticism rejects these explanations as insufficient and morally troubling. Instead, it asks, what if suffering exists because the world itself is fundamentally flawed?
In Gnostic cosmology, the material universe is not created by the highest, unknowable God but by a lesser being, the Demiurge.
This entity, sometimes ignorant and sometimes arrogant, fashions the cosmos without true understanding of divine fullness. As a result, the world is marked by imperfection, decay, and injustice. Suffering is not redemptive in itself. It is evidence of a cosmic error. Pain reveals not divine intention, but ontological misalignment to reality that does not correspond to the true nature of being. Thus, suffering is not a test to be endured, but a signal to awaken. Who or what is God? Few religious movements dare to ask this question as boldly as Gnosticism. Is the God who rules this world truly the ultimate God? Gnosticism distinguishes between the transcendent God inophobal, beyond form, beyond land, the Demiurge, the creator and ruler of the material cosmos. The Demiurge enforces order, law, and judgment, but lacks true gnosis. He governs through command rather than wisdom. This distinction radically reinterprets religious authority. Laws, institutions, and even sacred texts may originate not from ultimate truth, but from lower cosmic powers invested in control and stability rather than liberation. The true God in Gnostic thought does not rule the world. He is remembered, not obeyed. What is knowledge? Gnosticism draws a sharp line between knowledge and belief. Belief accepts external authority. Gnosis dissolves authority altogether. Gnosis is not intellectual accumulation or theological mastery. It is direct experiential, knowing, a sudden clarity in which the individual recognizes their divine origin and the illusory nature of the material order. This knowledge is transformative. It does not inform the self. It undoes the false self. In Gnosis, the seeker does not become something new, but awakens to what was always present. Truth, therefore, is not taught. It is unveiled. What is salvation? In most religious systems, salvation involves forgiveness, moral purification, or divine judgment. Gnosticism proposes something far more radical. Salvation is awakening from illusion. There is no external savior who rescues humanity through sacrifice alone. Figures like Christ, in Gnostic interpretation, function primarily as revealers, messengers who awaken dormant knowledge within others. Salvation is individual and inward. No institution can grant it. No ritual can guarantee it. One is saved not by being chosen, but by remembering. Is death an end or a liberation? From a Gnostic perspective, Death is ambiguous. It can be either liberation or continuation of bondage. If the individual dies without gnosis, the soul may remain trapped. But for one who awakens, death represents release, the shedding of illusion, and the return to the pleroma. Conclusion: the Gnostic challenge. Gnosticism does not offer comfort. It offers clarity. It does not promise order. It exposes illusion. Its central claim remains deeply unsettling even today. The world is not as it should be. Authority is not always truth, and salvation is not obedience, but awakening. If this exploration resonated with you, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Your support helps us create more thoughtful, cinematic journeys into philosophy, consciousness, and hidden knowledge.